Animal welfare, the genetic profile of dogs. Many dogs are bred as catch dogs, the genetic prey drive, but yet the animal welfare activists say that the e-collar is against animal welfare. Well, the farmer or the owner of these horses has all the rights all day long to shoot these dogs. Some of these horses are very expensive, and even before that, they're people's pets. So if there's a tool that can help stop this type of behavior effectively, surely that makes more sense than, for example, the animal being stomped to death, like this dog just nearly got stomped to death. Prey drive, the genetic prey drive. It's the same drive as what motivates you to stay alive, to eat. And, you know, dogs of many breeds have this strong prey drive. They have this, you know, territorial defense drive where they can become, you know, very reactive and aggressive towards other dogs. These are, you know, genetically instilled behaviors that need adapting, that need modifying, that we need to start to show the consequences so that we can have a balanced behavior. Law and order without discipline, punishment, there will be no order. It's the same in the human world as in the dog world. This is why the e-collar is incredibly effective. You know, the requirement to keep your dog on a leash is only as sensible as the period. There are accidents that occur, but more importantly, I can tell you now, when a dog doesn't get to exercise properly, that dog will exhibit more behavioral issues. So what we need to do is make sure that people get their dogs trained. You know, you see this situation here, you see the alpha status of the dog. If in this pack there was another dog that had an alpha status, this situation would have escalated beyond reason. Training, e-collars, it makes a huge difference for recall, and we will demonstrate that now. All dogs out in the public must have recall. So the real trick now is direct proximity, yep, with another dog. Okay, go. The e-collar, is that going to help us to stop this dog from shooting off and, you know, rushing off to the other dog? So come in.
Stay.
So that's the first thing there. So walk in front. So here the dog has made an autonomous decision, as they do, to charge the other dog down. Now we're using the e-system now as a compulsion tool to basically put him back in check and, you know, get him back to the handler. So through the, you know, process of training, he understands what that compulsion means. So the compulsion value has to be greater than his desire to, you know, chase this other dog and intimidate the other dog. Now, if this was an aggressive dog that was, you know, being chased down like this, the possibility and the probability of a outrageous incident is very real. So the wireless system communicates with him, and we're able to get back in check with him and then recall him back to the handler, which is a safer option. Okay, so we have these stats here in the UK survey, estimated that over 100,000 dogs are killed or suffer life-changing injuries due to dog-on-dog aggression. This is a survey in 2017. I can tell you now that that number would be triple or quadruple, especially with the increase of dog ownership during the pandemic. How common are dog attacks, UK? UK estimates suggest that 740 people per 100,000 population per year are bitten by dogs, with 250,000 attending minor injuries. Again, there's so much of it that's unreported. So when these statistics are going up and you have a tool like an e-collar, how does the government justify taking that tool away? And what shocks me the most, so let's go to this, which dog breed has most attacks UK? So let's have a look. The Labrador Retriever, a popular kennel club dog. So it just makes you, it just cracks you up, the lack of intellectual property that's being applied. I mean, look, the probability of the Labrador being high up, I don't think it's only because of, could they just be outrageous? There is a huge number of Labradors as pets within the UK. So obviously the probability, I would imagine, increases because of the numbers. Let's go in here. Again, Labrador. So we have a huge number of dog bites. We have the Kennel Club still registering all these breeds. So even let's forget breeds that they class as dangerous dogs, etc. Let's just look at the breeds that are allowed on an everyday basis. Running amok, chasing sheep, chasing horses. And there is a tool that can help you control that animal. And yet they're telling you not to implement that tool. Yes, yet the numbers are on the increase. Mental. I mean, I think the population of the UK, is 70 million? So 740 people per 100,000. I'm sure some great mathematician will be able to put the figures in the comment box of those. And I'm telling you now, if you had 10 incidences, I believe only 1 or 2 are reported. Most of it goes under the radar, where you talk to your neighbor or you talk to the person in the park and sort it out between yourselves. The e-collar is an incredibly important tool. Yeah, off leash. Other people have got their dogs off leash. Walk off and heel over there. You stay still. Call them back. Call them back. Yeah, call them back. There we go. And that's the whole point of the e-system, where you've got these young dogs here that potentially 3 or 4 years old.
They're also frightened of big dogs.
Big dogs, exactly. And sometimes you get people rushing up to you, right? No control. You're afraid. They're afraid. And what we're trying to educate people is they can't do that, because that experience with these type of dogs becomes incredibly negative.
Absolutely.
So we make sure.
You saw them.
Yeah, absolutely. So you see? Yeah. And that was unplanned. And it just shows you very quickly how we de-escalated that. I think he wanted to be friendly, but the family there would have been very upset. Keeping him under control. Down the dog. You're going to move in closer. You're going to move in closer. Before going out into the general public, this is the dog that was on a residential boot camp for 14 days. A lot of the pre-prep work, the proofing work, is done on site at the academy. Then we venture out. We want life to be safer for him and for other dogs. Prejudice. Prejudice is a reality of life. Prejudice for the breed profile. Prejudice for the colour of your skin. Prejudice is very real. And prejudice sometimes has, in people's minds, a genuine reality. So we proof the training at the academy by creating a lot of stimulus so that we can correct the behavior. Our client is the dog. If this dog makes a mistake out in the general public, death is absolutely the dog's reality. So the dog is not over distressed. He's still wagging his tail, but he's learning the importance of listening to the handler. Some people talk about animal welfare. Animal welfare, in my opinion, or in anybody's opinion, and certainly in the dog's opinion, is not about being given a lethal injection just because people in this real world feel that a moment of compulsion is worse than an animal ending up in a shelter and being put to sleep.
Change your position, please.
The dog's tail is still wagging, but the dog is listening now to the handler because it understands consequence. My client is the dog.
To the stairs. Reconfirm your stay.
Stay.
And it is critically important that this animal understands how to behave with other dogs so it doesn't become a social menace.
Stay.
So you're going to stay right in the line, just there, right? Call your dog into here.
Here.
Celebrate that.
Nine. Heel.
So you can see as he wandered off there, just to vibrate for him. And down.
Down. Down.
Ask him again.
Down.
Ask him again.
Down. Good. Stay.
The canine is in a 14-day boot camp, and it's important for you to see the rough bits also, while the dog is learning, and how the dog gets used to offering behavior even under distraction and new stimulus. It's not done overnight. It's done over a period of time, but consistency over a period of time will give you the behavior that's required and that's requested.
Heel. 9 heel. Good boy.
Stop.
Down. Down. Down.
Down him again.
Down.
You'll see that your tone is still the same, right? So change here.
Down.
The breed is so
Down.
stubborn. It's unbelievable.
Good.
But there must be time given to allow the dog to process the information and then to offer the behavior. Here we don't want to lure the behavior. We want the dog to offer it, and when he offers it, then we can start to celebrate the understanding. And this is, going to improve through the passage of time, for sure.
Walk up in a heel. Some on the grass. And just down him.
Down.
Tell him to wait.
Stay.
Go over onto the machines. Change your positioning.
Stay.
As you turn around, you see the dogs in the background. Down him again.
Down.
There we go.
Stay.
And turn around, look in the background. Stand back. The quality of life for the dog improves dramatically. with the right e-system. Call the dog into heel
Heel.
and walk off.
Good boy.
Walk around all the equipment there.
Good boy. Good job.
Down him just there.
Down.
Come and take a seat.
Stay.
Get your workout done. Down him again.
Down.
Firmly.
Stay. Ooh.
Come and change your position.
Good boy. Oh, good boy.
All over London, you have these bullies running amok. So get up, do some reps of sits, flat sits.
Sit. Flat. Oh, down.
Yeah.
Sit. Down. Sit. Good boy.
Down him
Down.
and tell him to stay.
Stay.
Come over to another machine now. Reinforce your stay.
Stay.
You've got the train in the background. The right systems. The quality of life of this animal has improved tenfold.
Good boy. Good job, buddy. Good job.
Walk across.
Good. Good boy.
And then down him in the middle of the foot. Down him.
Down. Down.
Firmly.
Down.
There we go.
Good boy. Stay.
Walk off.
You will see very few trainers working with this breed because they are just damned stubborn. Very stubborn, very headstrong, very bullish. And it's nice to see this young chap. You know, the residential boot camp is a 14-day boot camp. And, you know, I respect him.
And through the passage of time, reinforcing this.
Stay.
Call him to you, big celebration now, yeah? Really big celebration. Big, more than that, lots more than that. Lots more than that. Good lad. So, you have still a happy dog. The rhetoric about the dogs have been fried is just simply nonsense. You see that dog over there? That dog can't help itself. It's an elderly animal. So you have a young, boisterous animal like this tearing into the animal, it's going to be negative.
Here. Sit. Good boy. Here. Good boy. Out. Perfect. Heel. Heel. Good boy. Good. Here. Yes. Good boy.
Balance, making it fun. You know, there's a lot of positive reinforcement that we do. There's a lot of character building and praise and reward that we do. There is a lot of education for the animal. There is a lot of direct teaching. There is a lot of active learning, and we try and make it fun. The balance of the equation is, you know, when all is said and done, when all is taught and shown, we must proof that, and the animal either willingly offers the behavior or we implement the consequences. Just like at school, you know, if you didn't do your homework back in the day, I got the cane, and you got your homework done. Today, I'm articulate enough, intelligent enough, educated enough to be able to run a successful business and just become a productive member of society. Clear discipline, clear guidelines. If you didn't know it was 30 miles an hour and you got a ticket, that's different. But when you know fully well that the speed limit is 30 miles an hour and you choose not to listen, then the consequences are going to be a lesson learner for you. Either you get points or you lose your license, and it'll become a deterrent for you to speed past 30 miles per hour. Thank you for watching. We just introduced to you a cold pressed kibble made by Duck, imported from Belgium. Cold press is a fantastic product. If you haven't tried it, try the product. And the Duck meat burgers, sensational, various flavors. It's a complete raw, frozen. You defrost and feed directly. And of course the Belcando kibbles for all life stages. Can-hydroxygag, I talk about it all the time. It's a great product. Please visit poochdvd.com, visit poochdvd on Facebook, get in touch with us, and we will assist you as much as we can. Have a blessed day.